everyone. Welcome. Why don't you come a little bit forward here so we can all kind of warm up together. I am the late show a little bit. Thank you, Steve. I want to welcome everyone here today. This is a momentous occasion, and this is a step in the right direction for the future of downtown Brainerd. And if you believe that, can I have a round of applause, please? Come on. From a number of speakers here today, they're each going to talk just a little bit. We're probably not going to talk a lot because it is cold outside, and we want to get you into downtown. We wanted to get you to our businesses and restaurants this afternoon and hopefully over the lunch. Contributors to this successful project, and they include MnDOT, the City of Brainerd, our contractors, Tom's Backhoe and Anderson Brothers, our neighborhood residents, our small business owners, the organizations that have gotten behind this project in downtown in general, and all the residents and all of you for continuing to support the City of Brainerd and the future of our downtown. So can you give all those folks a round of applause for making this what it is? Wondering about the subtle outfit I'm wearing today, this subdued thing that I have on. There's some reasons for that. Number one, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. We can have a little fun. I hope you make great memories with your friends and family and all the kids, grandkids, nieces and nephews, and everyone has a safe holiday. The other thing I need to tell you is you need to vote. You need to vote before November 6th. The early voting's on right now, so if you don't remember anything else, remember to vote before November 6th. Make your voice heard in the democratic process. The other thing I want to talk about is the silver lining. The silver lining for downtown. You know, I know a lot of the small business owners, when you have these road construction projects, it's hard. It's difficult to get through that. But there is a silver lining, and this is what it is. The businesses that make it through, they're leaner, they're meaner, they're more strategic, they're better marketers, and they're better business owners because they had to be. So congratulations to all the business owners in your position well for success into the future. And then the final thing I wanted to say is that, of course, the future for downtown is bright and shiny, right? I mean, we have events and activities we've never seen before. We have businesses moving in. We have the arts community down here. We're gonna have a brand new school. This roadway, this shiny new roadway is gonna usher in all of that commerce, all that hustle and bustle, and all of our plans for the future. So one more big hand for the future of downtown and what this road's gonna do for us. So at this time, I'd like to turn over the microphone to Dan Anderson, who's the MnDOT District 3 engineer, who was responsible for the timely finish of the project and everything that MnDOT has done to keep the public informed and all the input and communication that you guys have done. So Dan, I'll turn over the mic to you.
Thank you. I can't see because of that outfit and everything. So I want to clarify one thing before we go. I had nothing to do with the project. It's all my great staff that's out there that dealt with all the businesses, the contractors, subcontractors, and so I appreciate that. So, and today I'm a substitute for Commissioner Zelli, and he sends his regrets that he couldn't be here. And he said, tell everybody congratulations on a project well done. But before I get going here, I got a little family history I want to do. I was born and raised in Brainerd, and I graduated, I don't even want to tell you what year, 1975 from Brainerd High School. But my mom managed the Paramount Theater for 35 years here in town, and I was a janitor before high school. I used to go clean that every day, and popcorn and pop you guys used to throw on the floor every day. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is this project was partnerships with many people, and on the funding end we use federal, state, and city money to make this work. And so thanks to the legislature, and we need more money for more projects like that. So I just wanted to, when you have a project like this, it's tough, but I mean, I want to do a special accolade to Jenny and the communications team, because they try to keep everybody up to speed as best as possible. And the partners, the Tom's Backhoe, the subs, everything like that. So with that, I just want to say thank you and have a great day. Thanks.
Has made his life and his business in downtown for more than 4 decades. A great ambassador, a great leader for the city of Brainerd, and his name is Mayor Ed Manx.
For that, I was a little bit taken back when you said we got leaner and meaner downtown. I try to be the nice mayor. I don't want to be the mean mayor, so please, don't include that part of it. Just the leaner one. Like, not really very lean. 44 years ago this spring, I drove down or up here to look at a job from southern Minnesota. It was during the gas crisis, carrying 10 gallons of gas in the back end of my little station wagon and driving these small 2-lane roads, scary and all get out. Came into town on the south end down here. What a wonderful sight coming down that road. Nice, beautiful looking area. The road was great. The downtown was great. Everything was great. As time went on, things slowly deteriorated. We had a number of times we talked about rebuilding this road, redoing this road. Well, about 5-6 years ago, it started becoming a reality. I remember sitting over at the chamber offices, talking about it, and with the council and different areas. And the decision was to do it. MnDOT came together with us and found the funds. The staff here at City Hall put together the infrastructure plan for underneath it. MnDOT came together with the design and structure plan for the roadway and sidewalks. By the way, we've got great sidewalks now going all the way down to southern part of the city. Yay! Good pathway for people to walk out into their neighborhoods. Downtown, yes, we suffered a little bit during this past summer, but not as bad as it could have been. MnDOT, with the way they designed the construction, making certain that there were crossroads always available for traffic, people were able to get through, and I do thank them for that design. I have to thank Tom's Bacco, Anderson Brothers, all the people that worked on this and all the subs, along with our city's engineering staff, our law enforcement, and everybody that kept everybody safe, and PUC, working with the water, etc. All of these people worked hard. Now we have this great roadway to our great downtown, and thank you very, very much for it.
And they not only bring enthusiasm, but they also bring resources. And the two folks I'm referring to are our representatives, Representative Josh Heinzman and Senator Kerry Roots.
It's hard to follow that. Well, good morning, and thank you for being here. And as you can see by all the folks that are here, it took a lot of people to make this project come to fruition. And it couldn't come to fruition without a lot of communication. And I think that's what Brainerd's the best at doing. When we're down at the Capitol, I get calls from all of you saying, we need this, we need that, how can we help you? And so I just want to thank you all for the great communication skills that you have and all the things that you all done. This is an exciting day for Brainerd, and I'm so proud to represent this community that does such a fabulous job. And I also wanted today to give a shout out, Tiffany Stenglein is here, and we couldn't do that without the federal dollars too that we get from Congressman Nolan. So give Congressman Nolan our thanks too. Representative Heinzman?
As I'm listening to the mayor, I love hearing the collaboration, and to our friends at DOT. Everybody coming in to make this work is what made it happen. When you have the state, the federal government, and the local folks coming together, it's fantastic. And I do believe that there's going to be a continued emphasis across greater Minnesota. This is really, I think, just really the beginning of what can be happening right here in the Brainerd Lakes area and in Brainerd, it's downtown. So hats off to everybody. Good job, good work.
This process, the entire construction process from start to finish at the local level, and that is City Engineer Paul Sandy.
Shippering just like everyone else. So again, I just want to take a step back and again say thank you to everyone that persevered through this construction, including the downtown businesses and all the businesses along the route, the homeowners, city staff, MnDOT staff, the contractors, and everyone that's been involved from day one on this project. So they say there's two seasons in Minnesota, those being construction and winter. Today I think we can say we are memorializing the change in season. and the opening of South 6th Street for business again. That we should give a little history lesson. So I had Carl Faust, our local historian, put together some history and blurbs about the history of South 6th Street from when it was first in its inception and to what we see today. Going back to 1892, the Brainerd Dispatch reports the construction of a cedar block pavement roadway from north line of Front Street to the mill track, which is the alley between Laurel and Maple Streets. In 1914, if you're driving into downtown, you would have driven past the 6th Street mine on Wright Street. On March 20th, 1917, the Brainerd Dispatch article reports the 6th Street mine, a mile south of the post office, is hoisting iron ore, and a crew of 20 workers are working day and night shifts. Superintendent Andrew Johnson said 200 tons of ore has been raised in the last few days, adding to the stockpile of 3,000 tons already on hand. 1919, a photo taken from the recently completed water tower, which you see behind us, shows concrete paving on 6th Street from front to the alley between Laurel and Maple Streets, and that's the picture you see behind me here. We also have a picture taken from the water tower of the newly constructed roadway, so we tried to memorialize both the old and the new. In 1956, this was a major year for widening of the street from 2 to 4 lanes. The traffic count in the summer of 1956 was 6,484 vehicles a day. Today, on average, South 6th Street carries 11,000 vehicles. A month prior to the decision to widen the street, a city council member suggested a survey for other possible routes for the highway, including any routes out of town. It turned out the state had already made such a survey a couple years prior and decided to keep it where it's at. Property owners paid an assessment of $1 a foot from Oak Street to Willow Street. This was because the state was now participating and paid the owners for 17 feet of property, which created a large credit. The total cost for that project was the state project was $90,000, for which the property owners paid $6,000. The total cost the city would provide was $300,000, of which the state paid $280,000. Another part of that construction year included the development of Highway 218 or Highway 25 from Piers and around the Brainerd Business District to give travelers an alternate and shorter route to the lake region, leaving Highway 371 to motorists who wish to go through downtown. So, as we look back on the past and look forward to the future in Brainerd, we have a functional, new, pedestrian and vehicle-friendly highway that will serve businesses, residents, and the traveling public long into the future. What used to be old sewer, water, stormwater pipes are new. What used to be broken, old, unsafe sidewalks are no more.
There we go.
What used to be functionally irrelevant traffic control systems are now state-of-the-art. And what used to be tired, worn-out pavement has been breathed new life. We have a new South 6th Street, and Brainerd again is open for business. I would really, again, like to thank everyone that helped with this, make this project a success, from the beginning stages 7 to 8 years ago to the celebration taking place today. Those people include MnDOT, again, Tom's backhoe service. I saw Tyler back there. My staff in the engineering department, the mayor and the councils, both old and new, the Brainerd Lakes Chamber, and Jenny Seelan from MnDOT for helping us put this program together. And of course, all you guys, the public, that had to deal with our mess for many months. Without your patience, this project would have been as truly successful as it was. So now, I think it's time we put a bow on the project and let's get this working.